Hi guys, this is Doro Pesch, and you're listening to 89 FM Radio Rock, and I wish you a great time. All the metalheads, stay metal, and I'll see you very soon.
So, Doro, Monsters of Rock Brazil is coming very soon, and we are so excited to see you perform. What can we expect from the show, and also what do you expect from the Brazilian crowd?
Oh man, I'm so much looking forward to come back to Brazil. Brazil is my favorite country to play. I know it's so metal. I love the metalheads there. I love their metal spirit, their energy, their power, their passion. And, I feel totally at home in Brazil. And we will play, all killers, no fillers. So all the best songs from Burning the Witches to All We Are, all for metal, all the songs where people can, totally headbang, sing along, and totally go crazy. And we're the first band on this bill. So, it will be early. So I hope that all the metalheads come, come to the festival early because, we don't have much time, but we will give it our all, and I'm so excited. And I love playing Brazil. My first time I was there was a big festival, and then we played many clubs, and I always loved it. I have many friends there, and we have a Brazilian guitar player. His name is Bill Hudson. He's Brazilian American, and he is awesome. So that's the first time with him in Brazil. So I can't wait.
It's so nice to hear. We're looking for so much to see you. Hey, so there's a bunch of like big names playing there as well. Kiss and Deep Purple, Halloween, Scorpions, who you've played with before. I'm wondering if there's any collaboration that you can call as your like dream one, like the one you wanted to happen so bad.
I tell you, man, since I'm doing it for such a long time, all my dreams came true. I can't believe it. The Scorpions, they came up to my 25th anniversary. We did a big show in Düsseldorf. That's where I come from. That's where everything started. And and Kiss, I was a big Kiss fan growing up. So I had the great honor and chance to worked with Gene Simmons. He produced one of our records in 89, 90, and I recorded many Gene Simmons songs, for example, Only You and Something Wicked This Way Comes and Mirage. And seeing Gene again, that's so great. So, Deep Purple, I grew up with Deep Purple. We never did a collaboration, so that might be nice. Halloween, yeah, my friends of Halloween, I see them again. And there's my first tour was with Judas Priest. That was my favorite band in the world. I never had any idea that we would ever tour together. And we played the legendary Monsters of Rock Festival in Castle Donington, England and Germany. And actually, it was unbelievable. The Scorpions were their headliner. And then we can still, do it and play Monsters of Rock. It means so much to me because that was actually the day where all the doors opened because the 80,000 metalheads, they went crazy. Then everybody said, okay, let's give this band Warlock a shot. Let's give him a chance. And then we hopped on tour with Judas Priest a few weeks later, and it was a dream come true. That was in 86. Yeah, it was definitely more than I could dream of. Yeah, so all my dreams came true, man. I just hope that it will go on for many more years, many more records, many more great touring experiences and duets and collaborations. And
you bet. I was going to ask you, like, what do you think was the most special collaboration you had? But I mean, it's hard to pick, right? Like the way you say you just love them all. Like Dio is such a legend. I mean,
and now on a new upcoming new album, there will be a great duet on it. I can't tell you the name, but it is great. It will be with somebody I love. And yeah, so you guys have to wait a little bit more. The record will come out this year, but it's just in the making. And there's another collaboration, which I dreamt of my whole life, and now, so, but yeah, it's great to work with great people. Well, it's like, yeah, I guess, yeah, I'm very blessed, I must say. That's, yeah, so cool. And I was always treated really good. Everybody was always very supportive, very nice, very respectful. I felt really good. And being a woman, there was never a problem. It felt great. And And I always had a great connection with the fans from day one. From the first show on, I felt, wow, man, there's some magic going on with the fans. I still I can't explain what it is, but it is magic. It is metal magic.
And like woman to woman, you open so many doors for women in heavy metal. What do you think were like the biggest challenge that you sort of like face in this mostly dominated world by men?
Actually, the most challenge, I must say, every tour is a challenge. Every new record, I don't know. You always have to fight for your music, for what you love. It was not so much that I was a woman that I had to fight, because of being a woman. It was more you had to fight for your music, for being a metalhead in the beginning. In the 80s, metalheads, they were not accepted by the normal society. So, you had to fight for metal. And now it's totally normal and everybody thinks, oh, great, even people know, every band, My mom always said, so how's Metallica doing? I said, yeah, man, they're doing great. So everybody knows about metal and they love it. And they embrace it, but in the 80s, that wasn't the case. So you always had to, to stick up for yourself, and especially the guys in the band, with their long hair and the bullet belts and, like normal people. Sometimes we went into restaurants and they wouldn't serve us. They probably thought we would, destroy the whole place or something. So it was more being a metalhead that you had to fight for, staying your ground, do what you love. But being a woman, I always felt pretty good. I never felt I had to really, really fight, like being, and in the beginning, it was, to me, I just did what I loved. And, I felt there was not much difference. I was one of the guys. I was one of the band members. And being a singer, you always get a little bit more attention than, for example, the bass player or the drummer. But but I always felt good, and and the guys in the band, they always took care of me. They always, like watched out for me and stuff, and they were always my big bodyguards. And I thought, oh, okay, I can fight for myself, but it's cool if you guys want to, but being a woman, sometimes when we toured, and there were like really like clubs in like really deserted places, then I thought, if I'm by myself, if I walk at night, whatever, then I thought I definitely want to do something and learn something. And I'm a big fan of martial arts. And I learned, like, how to defend yourself. Like I did eskrima and Thai boxing and Wing Chun. That's like Kung Fu. And ever since I learned it and tried it out, nothing happen to me anymore. You have a, you can sense when there's danger, you definitely, you're not so naive anymore. So I love doing that. So just in case, just in case, you can be prepared, and because the world, it's crazy out there. So
that's so cool to hear. Like you just like fighting for your life, girl. And you're also celebrating 4 years of a journey. That's your career, and this year. And there's a special show coming up in your hometown. Like, just between me and you, like, what can you tell me about it? Like, any secret, any guest?
Yeah, we have many guests coming there, and we do it actually twice. We do it one time in my former hometown, Düsseldorf. That's where everything started. That's the reason why we want to do it there. And great guests are coming. And in Wacken, that's on the 2nd of August, we play a headliner show with many guests as well. And there, I think some people, they already said they would come. And many fans of the old school metal era, people I grew up with. So we're just inviting, and and then and some new bands as well. I always like to support new bands, and sometimes with female musicians or singers. And we are just working on it, planning. It's now it's in October, the Düsseldorf show, October 28th. And we want to play a couple of new songs because the record should come out 27th of October. That's our plan. And the record is almost done. So when I hop on the plane to go to Brazil, then the record will be done and mixed and mastered. And I'm just in the last couple of mixes, and and we have a great guest. So watch out for it, and it's somebody everybody knows.
It's gonna be a celebration. You make sure of that.
Yes,
so you mentioned your I was going to say,
I thought we would last maybe 4 years, but now it's 40 years, and but I owe it all to the fans. That's why I still, love to do it, can do it, and now Monsters of Rock again. Oh my God.
Absolutely. So you mentioned your new album that's coming out anytime soon. What can we expect from it?
Many anthems, many diehard metal songs, many soulful songs, and a great guest, a great collaboration on one of the songs. And I think this will be probably my second OVR, that people always want to hear it and sing it. And there's one song for the animals, because I love animals. That's called Heavenly Creatures, and I want to do something with the song. And so that's dedicated to all, to these heavenly creatures. And I grew up with dogs and horses and parrots, and I miss that in my life. That's the only thing I miss. I have no regrets whatsoever, but I would have loved, pets, but it's impossible when you're on tour. It's impossible. So I do something else, and I just adopted 2 horses, and but they're not close to where I live. They're actually in a different country. They're in Austria, but there's some places where people take care of animals, and it's so nice. It's a paradise for people, for people as well, and for animals. So,
Doro, thank you so much. It was such an honor. You're so nice. I'm obsessed with you, and I can't wait to see you here in Brazil. So thank you for your time. Thank you for having us.